Today we're going to take a look at one of Cordoba's newest models, the Cordoba Stage, in a new limited edition burst. We're going to tell you all about it, so stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with the Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom t-shirts and other swag, and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. We just recorded a new episode, so for all of you who have been asking and waiting, sorry, but it's in the can and getting done, so there you go. And today we're taking a look at this really cool guitar. It's a thin line, stage-ready classical from the people at Cordoba. Pretty cool. We're going to tell you about the specs and kind of the player that it's for.
Yeah. They put this out at NAMM last year. They announced it, and it, I believe, only comes in that kind of burst, kind of amber burst thing. And we have not had them yet in the store, but we did get the opportunity to snag a few of these while we wait on stocking the actual, normal bursts that they have. Blue burst, I think this is super limited, and we only got 2. I don't think it's going to be around, but I do anticipate with the popularity of this guitar, they're probably going to put out a bunch of different finishes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was at NAMM last year, and everybody kind of freaked out about it, and then it totally blew up, and they've been everywhere. A lot of people asking for them, so I hope you like a blue one, basically.
Yeah, I hope you like the blue one. It's a very cool guitar. It's basically designed to be a stage-ready nylon string. It's a thin line acoustic, so it isn't a solid guitar. It's got a cool pickup system that's going along with it, and I think a nice design. Some people might say like, this harkens to like a multi-act type thing like Godin has done. It's a little bit different in how they've approached it. It's not using an RMC3 or RMC13 pin connector or modeling or anything like that. It's more in ways a lot like a T5.
Yeah.
Because it's just some well-engineered pickup system in a thin guitar that's going to control feedback. The top helps with that too, because it's a laminate top of maple that's nice to look at, is going to be resonant enough, but not too resonant. And so all of these things combined make for a highly playable, stage-ready guitar where you can have this plugged-in nylon string, higher volumes, higher gain, without dealing with feedback and whatnot.
Yeah. Knob-wise over here, volume and like an EQ tone kind of thing. This is a blend knob, so you've got the undersaddle pickup and you've got a body mic, kind of body sensor thing. So you'll hear in the demo, I'm starting with it right in the middle, and then you'll hear them kind of isolated. But it really helped with that body sensor kind of thing. It just helps with the guys that are going to be playing real percussive stuff, kind of flamenco style.
Yeah, where you need the sound of the body.
Need all of it.
What's really cool about this is it's a Fishman design. We've seen this where they have collaborated with other companies like Fender, for instance, and done kind of a proprietary bespoke design for a particular guitar. So what's interesting about guitars like this is that you could not really replicate this in the same way if you were to put electronics in your classical guitar, for instance.
Yeah.
And none of the stuff that's currently out there functions in this way. Most of the time it's an undersaddle pickup, or it's an undersaddle pickup with a microphone, which is even less common nowadays. And there are inherent feedback issues.
Yeah.
So this gets around that by, one, the thinness of the design. That also leads to some comfort. It's more electric guitar feeling from that standpoint. And the fact that you don't have a big sound hole. I do like what they've done kind of in that upper shoulder.
Yeah.
Because you can play this unplugged. It's a very muted sound. Yeah, there you go. Great guitar for the couch or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to give you a ton of volume. But that is effectively their logo that they've came out with probably, I don't know, about 5 or 6 years ago. That's acting as the sound hole. Yeah.
So one, I went to Cordoba on my honeymoon. Not the factory, because unfortunately they don't make them in Cordoba, Spain.
No.
But it totally clicked for me today what that logo is. And it's the arches in the Mesquita, the design, and I went there and it's beautiful. And looking at hundreds of those arches, I never thought that's the logo.
There it is.
It worked out finally in my head today. It made me respect the logo a lot more. I think it's very cool.
That's cool. Now, really nice appointments. You've got wood knobs. You've got a flame maple top in this unique burst. It's bound in what looks like rosewood.
Yeah.
And what is the body?
I believe it's mahogany, right?
Mahogany,
Looks
yes.
like mahogany, smells like mahogany.
You've got your compartment here for 9-volt. So most of us who have any kind of active preamp on a guitar, whether it's acoustic or electric, are used to that. 9-volt batteries are going to continue to reign for just guitar players, probably. Nice gold and black tuners, similar to what you typically see on like a C7, which I really like those tuners. And then they've taken what they've done with a lot of their crossover or fusion style nylon strings. So you have a wider nut than you would on a steel string guitar, but much narrower than you typically would on a nylon string. It's 48 millimeters. And you've got a radius on this, which is a 16-inch radius, which I think is the same as either Martin or Taylor. One of those is 15, one is 16, and I forget which one is which. Yeah. So, but more like a steel string guitar.
Yeah, it's comfortable enough. So if you're like me and you don't play classical anywhere near the right way, you can put your thumb over the top and it's still going to work out for you, which I like. It's definitely versatile. For somebody like me, obviously, we need to get somebody in here to better demonstrate what nylon string guitars are for. But in a pinch, I can play this the way I usually play a steel string because I put my thumb over the top.
Well, and while you could use this for all sorts of nice flamenco runs and classical runs, the nice thing about these guitars is that if you are more in a steel string, wheelhouse, you can have this in your collection and you can play your stuff on it. Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest country bands, the Zac Brown Band, is fronted by a guy playing a nylon string guitar the wrong way, but it's a wonderful sound. So you're going to put this through its paces and you go back and forth with the blend?
Yeah, you'll see me. So it's right in the middle, and then as I work my way through, you'll see me adjusting. That's just going from all under saddle to all mic, and then kind of going back to the blend in the middle because it works well as a blend. So
cool. Let's check it out. So there you have it. That is the demo for the Cordoba Stage Limited Edition in Blue Burst or Blue Blurst. When you're playing Blue Blay, you can use the Blue Blurst. Fantastic thin line stage guitar, I think. Yeah. And it comes with a gig bag, which is like denim.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know what this reminds me of? Back in the 70s, you could get a Jeep with Levi seats.
That's cool.
Yeah. This is not Levi, but it's a cool look anyway.
Yeah, and this guitar comes at a time when it seems like thinline, stage, nylon stuff is really super popular. You got the Ibanez, the TD, whatever it's called, that everybody's been digging. And I think that a lot of people are trying to add that sound in because, I mean, kind of more progressive-y finger style stuff. You know, it's popping off on TikTok and YouTube all over the place. But this is sort of a more austere version of that, I think. It's not as crazy, like for, you know, it's made for a purpose, and it looks pretty, but, I mean, I showed it to the guys in the warehouse. They're all playing it. Also, I believe they're all under, like, 5 pounds.
Yeah,
so
it's
super
very,
light.
very light.
Yeah.
I was telling Cooper, this reminds me, it's kind of like the spiritual successor of a guitar Gibson used to make. So a lot of people are familiar with the Gibson Chet Atkins SST because Dave Matthews played one in the 90s. So it was a solid, thin line, acoustic electric. His was all black, star inlays and stuff.
Yeah.
But there were actually 2 models kind of in that lineup of Chet Atkins Gibson guitars. There was that SST, which was a steel string guitar, and then there was a CET, which was kind of the same thing, but in nylon string. They are very difficult to find. Occasionally they'll pop up on Reverb. Pretty cool things. Yeah. This has taken that idea and with modern technology really expanded upon it, because those were just piezo-equipped pickups. Yeah. They would do things like use different wood under the bridge to kind of give it a bit of airiness since it was all solid. But now you have, you know, controllable feedback, body sensor, under saddle pickup, really a lot better sounding stuff on here, you know, with really nice build quality, gig bag, good pricing.
Yeah, I think it's a winner, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the variations that they inevitably will release very soon, I'm sure.
I want to see someone watch this video, buy this guitar, and then record some Blue Blay on the Blurst and upload it and tag us in it. That is my dream come true. So if
with
there
a bowl
is
of blueberry,
if there is a brave soul out there, just make my dreams come true, will you?
And then we'll play Beyblades. You remember those? A little Beyblade, a little Bakugan. I can dig it.
So very cool guitar. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and what's going on with this evidently, you know, growing field of thin line nylon strings. What is kind of bringing this about? Are we at the beginning of a renaissance of, you know, neo flamenco classical playing that's going to be coming out? I'm down for that. So
about
pretty
time.
Cool. But do remember, you know, at the end of the day, whatever you play, the best guitar in the world is the one you're playing. So keep playing, keep making music, and if you're new to our channel, you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you keep coming back for more. See you next time.